Sports. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Chicago Bears and the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Play action. It's Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They go play action now. Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A huge play there for Denver. 43 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
A first carry for the Fordham Ram, Chase Edmonds. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
On third down, Wilson. On the move to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And now off to the races, down the right side. 20. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Well, it's only the first quarter, but that's a quick shift of momentum right there because they were driving the football before that interception. And then not only, Charles, do they throw the pick, but it gets returned all the other way for the score.
I think the important thing here was it backed up in their own territory. This defense didn't blink. They hung in there, waited for the offense to make a mistake, and as soon as they did, they capitalized in the biggest way possible.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. Touchdown Broncos. Albert Okuwebunam with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. McManus's point after is good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense for the Broncos, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. On 1st down, it's Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. Does the big boy have the juice? And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this group, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And some room to roam now. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big pickup of 38.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. DJ Jones. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain night, and it's a good one.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. The football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. They go play action with Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. They'll run on first down. Edmonds. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
On second down, Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Okay, great.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Throwing is Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Throwing again on second down. Fields eluding the pressure right.
And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. On first down, Fields.
Over the middle, that's caught by Ross.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
Looking sideline, incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Fields throwing again. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
That's complete to Mooney.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll run with Montgomery. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Once more, Montgomery.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
David Montgomery, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Here we go. Set. Foxtrot.
Wilson.
That's out to the flat for Edmonds.
And some room to work.
And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The offense has to love that, because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
Throwing again here, Wilson. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Albert O, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Broncos have broken the tie. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields.
He's got Allen. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 29, Fields. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Off play action. Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. On 4th down, Fields. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
Ready, ready, ready.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
To throw again on 2nd down, Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
You have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll get this complete downfield to Kmet. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. In motion comes the tight end left. Fields on 1st down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. Santos' kick is up and through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Taken in at the 3. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble, bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. Back to throw it, Fields. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Looking to throw again on second down. Fields.
Pass complete. But no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still,
No yardage.
Okay.
Got a man. It's Ross, complete. And he will have the Bears first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 84 yards on the ground so far for Montgomery. It's a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Touchdown, Bears! David Montgomery. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bears are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need to rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And, Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for Denver. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Chicago.
Brandon, you and I have called a lot of college football in our day, but on Sundays here in the NFL, doesn't it look a lot like what we used to see on Saturdays when we called those games?
Yeah, option plays just like we saw. That was a long touchdown on the option. What you taught me, though, defensively, you get your eyes in the wrong place on a play like that, you're in trouble.
What's the term that's in vogue in the NFL? Eye violations. The offense wants you to put your eyes in the wrong spot so that they can appear in others.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again, right?
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football. I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down.
And some space here. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Now the point after try for Santos. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback.
Play action. Now Wilson.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action in Denver.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Into the hands of Patrick left side. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 26. Now it's Wilson.
That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Play action. It's Wilson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
On third down, Wilson. This is caught. Touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Broncos are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
McManus's point after is good, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Hamler now on the return. It's a 57-yard punt, 14 on the return.
And out will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They go play action with Wilson. And he rifles one incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Wilson.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery.
142 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Off the option, here's Montgomery.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option.
And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 21.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to make it a 2-score game. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. They go play action now. Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. It's caught at the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Touchdown Broncos. Chase Edmonds from 8 yards out.
And the Broncos have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Now McManus for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. And now the question everyone's wondering, over the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going...
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, meaning taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Throwing now is Wilson.
That's out to the flat for Edmonds.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Fourth down. Here's Wilson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Wilson to throw. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
They'll run it with Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Here's Wilson. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
The kick by McManus is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
Here's Fields.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
All eyes on Fields.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain.
So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dime. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7.
Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
Steps away to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend on for a very important punt here in overtime. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Now their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
A good chunk on the ground on the keeper, 17 yards, first down.
Now what can Fields do here in overtime? And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a first down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up. But in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
174 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Read option, here's Montgomery.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So here's Cairo Santos on the field goal try. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. And they've come in here and stolen one on the road.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Hey, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Bears,